Pyotr Chaadayev. Published January the 23rd, 2018. Further information can be found at the end of this recording. Pyotr or Petr Yakovlevich Chaadayev. June 7th, May 27th, Old Style. 1794, April 26th, April 14th, O.S. 1856. Was a Russian philosopher. Chaadayev wrote 8 philosophical letters about Russia in French between 1826 to 1831, which circulated in Russia as manuscript for many years. The works could not be published in Russia because of its highly critical nature of Russia's significance in world history and politics. Part 1. Life. Chaadayev was born and died in Moscow. His surname is probably derived from the Turkic word Chaadar. More generally, it's assumed that he was of Tatar descent, with the name deriving from Chagatai, the second son of Genghis Khan. After leaving Moscow University without completing his course in 1812, he entered the army and served in the Napoleonic Wars. Chaadayev's first-hand observation of Tsar Alexander's reaction to a revolt in the Semenovsky regiment may have led to his resignation from service in 1820. From 1823 to 1826 he traveled in Europe, so that he was out of Russia during the Decembrist insurrection, though he was questioned on his return about his connections with many of the Decembrists. These connections may have contributed to his failure to find a position in the new government of Nicholas I. During the 1840s Chaadayev was an active participant in the Moscow literary circles. He befriended Alexander Pushkin and was a model for Chatsky, the chief protagonist of Alexander Griboyedov's play, Woe from a Wit. 1824. Part 2. Thought. The main thesis of his famous philosophical letters was that Russia had lagged behind Western countries and had contributed nothing to the world's progress, and concluded that Russia must start de novo. As a result, they included criticism of Russia's intellectual isolation and social backwardness. When in 1836 the first edition, and only one published during his life, of the philosophical letters was published in the Russian magazine Telescope, its editor was exiled to the far north of Russia. The Slavophiles at first mistook Chaadayev for one of them, but later, on realizing their mistake, bitterly denounced and disclaimed him. Chaadayev fought Slavophilism all of his life. His first philosophical letter has been labeled the opening shot of the Westernizer Slavophil controversy, which was dominant in Russian social thought of the 19th century. He wrote in his first letter, quote, "We are an exception among people. We belong to those who are not an integral part of humanity but exist only to teach the world some type of great lesson." The strikingly uncomplimentary views of Russia in the first philosophical letter caused their author to be declared clinically insane because he criticized the regime of Tsar Nicholas I. The 1836 case of Pyotr is believed to be the first recorded incident where psychiatry was used in Russia to suppress dissent. Living under house arrest following his declaration of insanity, Chaadayev's next work was entitled, fittingly, Apology d'un Fou, which has been translated as Apology of a Madman, but may better be translated as Apologia of a Madman. 1837. It opens with a quote from Samuel Coleridge stating, "O my brethren, I have told / most bitter truth, but without bitterness." In this brilliant but uncompleted work he maintained that Russia must follow her inner lines of development if she was to be true to her historical mission. His ideas influenced both the Westerns, who supported bringing Russia into accord with developments in Europe by way of various degrees of liberal reform, and Slavophiles, who supported Russian orthodoxy and national culture. Most of his works have been edited by his biographer, Mikhail Gershenson. 2 volumes, Moscow, 1913-14. whose excellent little study of the philosopher was published at St. Petersburg in 1908. Special characters in this article were substituted with audio cues. They were denoted as follows: and, beginning and ending single or double quotations, and, left and right parentheses. This recording is a derivative work from Wikipedia. For more information, to commission recordings like this, and to support the developer, please visit www.patreon.com/frogcast.